Hello, my name is Diego Vera, and this is Application Project 2. Uh, when it comes to marijuana, according to the Texas State Law Library, marijuana is classified as a Schedule 1 controlled substance under the Federal Controlled Substance Act. With this designation, it is technically considered to have a high potential for abuse with no currently accepted medical use and treatment. With this classification, it also tends to have a lack of accepted safety for use under medical supervision. I personally don't believe that it meets the criteria just because in states where it is legalized, we are starting to use it medically for, I think, to treat pain. It does have medical treatments currently, even in the United States. Its current Schedule 1 status does significantly affect its medical and recreational legalization because barriers tend to arise in states where they have legalized it. For example, banking, as financial institutions are very wary of working with cannabis businesses given federal regulations. Also, with things like crime, especially like states here in Texas, criminal prosecution under Schedule 1 perpetuates harsh criminal penalties for marijuana-related offenses in jurisdictions that enforce federal law. So I personally don't believe it meets Schedule 1 status. I would put it 2 or 3, but yeah. Now, when it comes to alcohol, if alcohol was to be scheduled, I believe that it would fall under Schedule 2 based on its characteristics. One of them being the well-documented high potential for abuse. Now, when it comes to medical use, historically, it has had some medical use in things like disinfection, to use it to disinfect wounds. But in modern times, we don't really use it, drinking alcohol at least, in medical ways. Also, heavy alcohol use can and may lead to severe physical and psychological independence, and it can even lead to death. I think Schedule 2 would be the perfect placement for it. I firmly believe we should not do more to regulate alcohol use. Currently, with the age of 21, I think that's the perfect legal age to drink it. It takes a lot to actually get addicted to it, and only a small percentage of our population is considered to be fully addicted to it. As adults, I think we should be able to freely consume it, but also have in mind it's dangerous and, kind of control ourselves instead of having rules that control it for us. Now, nicotine, based on the criteria, I believe nicotine would fall under Schedule 3, mostly because it does have some medical uses in the form of nicotine replacement therapies, kind of like the patches and the gums they use to stop people from smoking, which obviously cigarettes are really bad for you. Cigarettes and tobacco will lead to things like cancer, death, a lot of health issues. So nicotine can be used as a medical therapeutic in the forms of gums and patches to help you stop using cigarettes. Although it does tend to have a highly addictive property, leading to users developing some type of dependency pretty fast, I don't really think it's a huge problem just because the health concerns there aren't as bad as they are with alcohol. And then again, here in the United States, it does have medical use, so that already crosses out things like Schedule 1, and I think it dodges Schedule 2. I kind of see nicotine the same way as alcohol. I believe the current regulations we have for it are good. Our main concern for me would be the youth. There's a lot of adolescents vaping or smoking. So I think we should do better if we do change any regulations to make it stricter, it should be on the youth, imposing jail time, fines, something to stray them away from actually vaping or smoking or using nicotine and tobacco. For example, in an article by the Cleveland Clinic, it states that nicotine dependence is super common, affecting about 23.6 Americans, or 23.6 million Americans, or 8.5% of people's 12 or older. That number is iffy. The fact that it goes as low as 12 and goes up from there is a little scary, I guess you can say, but that's something we can change. We can make stricter on the youth. But like I said before, the health concerns are far less great than the ones of alcohol. Thank you.